Hey everybody, it's time for another Tag It Tuesday video. And this is the feature that I do on my blog every month where I invite you to do an altered tag and then link it up on the third Tuesday of each month. The theme this month was Buttercup, which is one of the new Pantone colors for 2016. And I'm starting out with my standard number 5 shipping tag. I sprayed it with some water, and now I'm spraying it with two different dilutions, ink sprays, lemon zest, and I don't remember what the orange one is called. And adding a little bit more water here so that I can get the ink to move around and travel about the tag. Going to drag the edge through that petal orange there, pick up some more of that color. So now I have dried the tag, and I'm going to do some ghost stenciling, which if you've watched any of my videos with dilution sprays, you know this is one of my most favorite things to do. Just pick out a stencil, put it over it, spray some water through, lift the stencil, let the water sit and do its thing for a minute or two, and then you blot it off. And when you blot that ink off, that's when the magic happens and you see your stencil design. And see, magic. Now for the next step, of course, I pulled out my bubble stencil and some metallic gold and some light yellow paint. I'm going to put those over there on my little ceramic tile, and I'm going to sponge through and just to add some more interest to my tag. Pick up some more of that pretty yellow that is our focus for the month. And now that I have that all dry, I'm going to take a Diane Reevely Dilutions inks rubber stamp set and some archival ink in black and stamp these cute little doodle flower on here. And I'm going to make sure that that's completely dry because I'm going to come back and do some painting over this, so I want to make sure that that ink is completely dry before I do that. I'm going to go back to that light yellow craft paint and some of the metallic paint kind of mixed together to do some painting on the petals, and then that other paint I showed you there was another metallic folk art paint called Peridot that I'm going to use on the leaves and stems. And this is some acrylic silks glaze that I'm going to add some to the outside edges. These are beautiful acrylic paints, basically, although they're a glaze, so they're somewhat translucent, and they have beautiful shimmer to them. And as any of you know, I kind of like the shimmer stuff, so I'm going to add that on there. Here's that Peridot folk art paint going on the leaves and the stem. Adding some more of that pumpkin spice colored glaze to the centers of the petals and the center of the flower. And here I picked up a couple more of the glazes. The Peridot in this glaze is a little bit lighter than the Peridot craft paint that I used. So I used it as a bit of a highlight on the leaves, and then I'm picking up the black emerald for a little dark contrast on the bottom edges of the leaves. Alright, now that I have everything dry, I'm going to come back in with my Pitt pen and re-emphasize the stamped lines because some of them have gotten a little lost in my painting. So I want to make sure that I have those nice crisp black lines. So I'm going to go over pretty much everything with this Pitt pen. I'm adding a little bit of dots on one portion of the leaves in there just to give it some textural interest. Like I sound like I know what I'm talking about, you know. It's just some dots. And here's some Color Bloom spray in Sorbet that's a beautiful shimmer yellow. And I'm just going to give the tag an all over spritz to give it some more shimmer. What can I say? Then once that's dry, I'm coming back in with a white jelly pen. Add a little bit of dots on a portion of the petals as well. Then we'll come back with the black Pitt pen and do a squiggly border around there. I'll add a few white dots to that, and pretty much that's all there is to this little tag. It looks like a lot more because there's a lot of interest in the background going on, plus all the shimmer. And that's the way I like it. It looks like it's harder than it is. That's the best kind of project. I hope you'll come over to my blog and do check the description box below for the link to that, and make a tag too and link up with us. And we do this every single month. I provide you a theme, and we're emphasizing color a lot this year in 2016. So I do hope you'll come over and join me, have some fun. The links stay up forever, so you have plenty of time to backtrack if you need to catch up on some of the tags. Well, I appreciate you coming by. Give me a like and a subscribe if you would, please, and I hope you have a fantastic, blessed day. Bye-bye.